United States. An old highway running through the United States looked like just another road during the day, but at night it became someone else's territory, especially between mile 143 and 150 on Interstate 27 in Texas. Truck drivers called it Dead Mile. No signboards, no warnings. But old drivers always told the new ones only one thing. If the radio shuts off by itself after 2 a.m., understand that you've entered her area. And on that same road was Ethan Walker, a newly hired truck driver. Tall body, deep eyes, heavy voice. Ethan laughed while talking on the phone and said, "Fear? That's only for weak people. Anyway, I'm hanging up now. I'm halfway there." The truck was loaded with heavy construction material. Rain was falling on and off. The road was wet, the sky black, lightning flashing far away. Ethan looked at the clock and said, "I'll cross this area before 2 a.m. To hide his nervousness, he pressed the accelerator a little harder. As the speed increased, it felt like fear was being left behind. Then he reached for the radio and turned it on. An old country song started playing, "Take Me Home, Country Roads." Then suddenly the sound crackled. The song broke apart and the radio shut off completely. Silence. Ethan turned the knob again. Nothing. He cursed softly. Perfect. It had to die right now. But at that same moment, he realized something else. The sound of the road had changed too. The tires no longer sounded like they were rolling on wet asphalt. It felt like they were moving over something soft. Then there was a figure standing beside the road. The headlights sliced through the darkness like a knife, and in that white beam of light, he saw a woman standing near the roadside. Red dress, hair covering her face, one hand raised as if asking for a ride. Ethan frowned. A girl alone out here? He slowly reduced the truck's speed. The headlights were now falling directly on her. The truck rolled closer and closer. The red dress was completely soaked. Wet hair stuck to her face. And the strangest thing, her feet were nowhere to be seen. Ethan's foot moved toward the brake pedal, but he didn't press it. Her face didn't look normal. It looked crushed on one side. He looked forward again and tried to convince himself. Maybe robbers, a new trick to stop truck drivers at night. He took a deep breath, trying to prove his own fear wrong. They probably use a girl as bait, and then the gang attacks. I'm not stupid. After driving some distance, Ethan finally relaxed. Then the headlights fell on someone again. She was there again, this time standing in the middle of the road, right in front of him, arms hanging down, hair still covering her face. Ethan's hands tightened around the steering wheel by themselves. How is she here again? He blasted the horn, long and loud. She didn't move. At the very last second, Ethan jerked the steering wheel to the right. The truck shook violently. Slowly, he turned his head toward the passenger seat. Empty, but the seatbelt was tightening by itself. Slowly, like it was stretched across someone's chest. Then Ethan felt cold air near his ear and heard a very soft whisper. "You left me there." He snapped his eyes forward. On the roadside, an old flickering sign appeared. It read, "Welcome to Black Hollow Diner." Ethan sat silently for a few seconds. His heart was still pounding. He took a deep breath and said, "I'll stop here for a minute. Need water. Need to clear my head." He decided it wasn't safe to drive in this condition. He turned on the indicator, parked the truck by the side, and shut off the engine. Silence. Then he opened the door and stepped outside. The rain had stopped. Water was still dripping from the trees. The diner's tube light flickered weakly. The door was half open, as if someone had left in a hurry. like everyone had suddenly run away. Ethan gathered courage and called out, "Hello? Anybody here?" Silence. No answer. Then the mirror hanging on the wall behind him moved slightly. Ethan looked into it. The woman in the red dress was standing at the door behind him. Ethan instantly turned around. Nobody there. His throat went dry. He couldn't move for a few seconds. Then he looked into the mirror again. Now she was standing right behind him, so close that he could feel her cold breath near his ear. Then she whispered, "I was alive." Ethan's soul shook with terror. He screamed loudly. The mirror shattered. Pieces of glass scattered everywhere, and all the lights in the diner went out at once. Complete darkness. Ethan ran for his life and jumped straight into the truck. He slammed the door shut and turned the key, but the truck wouldn't start. He tried again. The engine refused to respond. Then he realized something horrifying. This time, the passenger seat was actually occupied. Slowly, he turned his head. Red dress, wet hair, a broken face. Ethan threw the door open and ran straight into the forest, abandoning the truck behind him. Suddenly, the truck horn began blar.